They help people get out of ugly situations by purchasing ugly homes. Here with details is Ryan Chenoweth with Homevestors. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so we've seen the signs. We buy ugly houses all over. We've seen the advertisements. What exactly are you guys all about?
Yeah. So at Homevestors, some people know us as the We Buy Ugly House people. And so we have about 1,000 franchises that are independently owned and operated. People might be surprised that we bought over 85,000 houses since 1996. And so what we do is that we provide a service or a solution to sellers who really don't want to deal with the stresses and taking the time of selling the house the traditional route. We'll give them a cash offer and we provide them time and convenience.
Wow. Tell me about the advantages, a little more about them, with going with you versus, say, a realtor or just putting the house on the market.
Yeah. So sometimes we do find that as seller, that their best solution is to list a house with a realtor. And if we determine that, we will encourage them to list the house. But if someone's really looking for the time and convenience that we can offer them, and they're okay taking a discount on the house, then we're the company that they can use. And some of the advantages of using us is we're going to come to your house. We're going to give you a cash offer on the spot. We're going to buy the property as is. They don't have to worry about making repairs or doing any work. We'll also pay all the typical closing costs. There's no expensive real estate commissions. And we'll also close quick if that's important to them, or we'll close on their timeline.
And tell me about the houses that you're actually buying. Are most of them actually ugly houses?
Yeah, well, there is no doubt that we have purchased our fair share of ugly houses through the years, but more often than not, it's really the seller's situation that's ugly. They're going through something in their life where they need to sell the house quick. Sometimes they're dealing with a financial difficulty. They can't afford the house anymore. They can't afford to fix it up. Sometimes they've inherited the house and they need to sell the house quick. Children give us a call because their parents maybe have reached an age where they have to move on to the next stage of their life, and they need to liquidate the house and get the money to be able to pay for their parents' care. Investors sometimes have bad rentals and bad tenants in place, so they'll give us a call. But of course, we do buy beautiful houses also, houses that don't need much work at all, where someone just doesn't want to go through the process of selling a house the normal way. Right. And sometimes they have to buy a house somewhere else out of state, and they need the money to buy that house, so we can help them out with that. So we have a solution for ugly houses and people with ugly situations.
And tell me how you're different from the competition.
Yeah, great question. It's no secret. There's a lot of competition out there right now. So what we do is that we speak to the seller and we ask them, when you sold the house to us, how were we different from the competition? And often we usually get the three same answers from everybody. And one is they appreciated that we actually came to their house, sat down with them, spent time, asked them the important questions to find out what's going on in their world. And then we'll have a conversation to really determine if we're the right fit or not. And so we're not the company that will give you an offer online. We're not the company that's going to give you an offer over the phone. Our sellers have told us that they feel like it was a disservice to get an offer that way, because how can someone give a fair offer without even seeing the house? Second, they appreciate that our purchase contracts, they didn't have any hidden fees, administration fees, commissions. The seller didn't have to do a credit for repairs. Some other competitors, the price at day one isn't often the same price at the very end. It's much lower. Last, they didn't appreciate working with amateur investors. A lot of investors are going to seminars, learning sales tactics to be able to buy houses with little or no money. And they often make a price on the house that's too high, and then they try and sell that contract to another investor. If they can't find someone to pay, then they have a right to cancel the contract, leaving the seller back at square one. So they appreciate working with a trustworthy company. We're not going to do any bait and switch games. We're going to give them an honest cash offer.
Well, Ryan, thank you for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
For more information on Homevestors, visit WeBuyUglyHouses.com or call the number on your screen.